Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're in podcast. So we have a new setup. This is take two. So
Yes.
we just started the podcast, then we went to share the screen and it wouldn't let us because I have got a new laptop and I had to download Zoom again. So welcome back anyway. I hope everyone's good. Sorry this has taken us a while to get out because this is
Yeah.
going to be a show review over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We've not gone through BNBF shows, UKDFBA, NBFI, PCA, NFM. There's quite a few things to go over. So it's like a catch-up episode on shows, and then we're going to do a separate episode. Let us know if you like this setup. So this is just my laptop filming us both.
Yeah.
We've not got the camera. Usually when we do like a show review, we would have
Two laptops.
two laptops and do it on Loom and then have the show come up, like share the screen, but we can still share the screen here. So let us know. Do you like it? Yeah. Either message us or comment below. Nobody ever comments. So
No.
when you say comment below, no one comments. So
Yeah.
comment below, guys.
And no one will comment.
And no one will comment.
We also found the light.
Yeah, we've got the light.
So this was here the whole time, but we didn't have the wire, but we found the wire. So
This looks cool. I really like it.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look cool.
I think it should be the new setup.
No, I think still with the camera behind us. I think that'll look good when we have the camera there. And then
I just think the camera's more hassle. With this, it's like, bang, you've got it ready to go. You can upload. Anyway, let's crack on. So we've got a bit of a
we've got some points. We've actually taken some notes. We never actually pre-planned, but we've pre-planned because we've got enough to cover. So the first one, Pro Card update. There has been 3 individuals that we know that have won Pro Cards. So congratulations to all 3. The 3 are, first, we have Ben Featherstone, IFBB Pro. We've known of Ben for the last few years.
I've known Ben for a long time.
Yeah, you said that, didn't you?
I remember Ben used to train out of Pure Gym when I worked there. And there was one time where he was looking at the PT board, not to get a PT. He was pretty jacked at the time anyway. He was looking at a PT board and I think he was like looking around mine. And I was like, he's a big lad. Pointed at me and he I think he laughed and then I can't remember what he said, but I think he thought, what a twat. And I was like, I am joking. Hopefully you knew I was joking. If you don't, mate, maybe you'll know now. But yeah, Ben's always been sound. Like, obviously, he trains out of Ultraflex Derby, so we've seen him quite a lot. He's one of those, like, recently when I've seen him, you can just tell he's just trash. So it's just like, hey, mate, how's your prep going?
How's your prep going?
I haven't asked him how his prep's going. So yeah, what show was it that he won?
Romania, was it? I think it's a Romanian pro qualifier. Super heavyweight strength, amateur, Eastern Europe. Yeah, I think it was Romania, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Romania. So yeah, Romania is what he won. It was, I think it was a really good look, to be fair. Like,
yeah, he's good.
Yeah, the other 2 guys, like, it's one of those because Ben looks really good. The other 2 guys don't look that amazing.
One that won the pro card.
Yeah, like the other 2 don't look great.
Well, Ben looked great at PCA, didn't he?
Yeah.
When he beat Dom.
Yeah.
But that was because Dom got moved out of Classic, which I think was a bit unfair.
Yeah. I think Ben is like, I've seen this post, and a lot of people, I actually saw somebody, I'm not going to mention who, but I saw somebody share it as their close friend, and they gave him a bit of shit.
Who?
Like, no, I'm not going to name
him. Gave who a bit of shit?
Ben. Yeah, and he trains out of Derby. And it was a bit like of a negative sort of,
and
like...
You're always close friend. You're always close friend.
No, I'm one of his close friends. I've never really spoken to him, honestly. And I was just a bit like, sort of weird. He was basically saying, like, his arms, there's a few flaws. And I think...
Yeah, but you don't have to be complete to win a pro.
Yeah, Ben's not a
competitor. You have to be complete to be a good pro.
Ben's not a good pro right now. Like, it's not... but he's a wicked amateur. And it's very hard to beat in the amateurs. And
I think he's definitely
2 years,
like pro card level.
I think he is.
I didn't think, what?
When I saw him at PCA shows, I literally said, I was like, Ben, just do pro qualifiers. Like, stop racking up these swords and stuff. Good. And Ben's class. He's done what, 3 or 4 shows, and I think he's won every single show overall bar 1. So it's like, when you're that, like, in the amateurs, you're clearly very good. And even if it wasn't this show, it would have been one show where Ben would have won his pro card. This was his first attempt. So yeah, I think for an amateur, like, he was class. Like, is he an amazing pro? No, not yet, but he will be. And the rate he's progressing is really good. I actually, Progress Works owner came up and gave me a hug, and he said, you and Ben have made the most progress out of everybody. I was like, Ben's a pro, I'm not. And then he was like, yeah, he looked great. And he just spoke about Ben for 5 minutes.
Ben's so much better than you.
He was like, Ben's so much better than you, Reece. I was like, yeah, he's good. He's a pro right now. So yeah, coached by Dan Mastic. Good to see. And yeah, like, it's cool. It's nice to know, like, we've known Ben, like, Finn's known him a bit longer, but we've known of him, like, in Leicester gyms, all that sort of stuff for a long time. So yeah, like, fair play. It's cool to see.
Go ahead, mate.
Scarlett. So another
Scarlett. I feel like you've known Scarlett longer than I have.
Yeah, I felt Scarlett was like a shout out Scarlett in my 2021 prep. She was like a hype girl. I used to put up. Yeah, she does, doesn't she? I used to put up like just like physique update photos, and she'd always like reply and be like, "You look sick. You look really good." And I think she'd already competed, or she was competing for the first time in 2021. And like I think with Scarlett, like the one thing I will say that's a slight negative, but it's almost a positive. I don't think she's like going to be a ridiculous in bikini because of like how jacked she is naturally. But like it's really actually impressive. I don't get impressed by bikini girls, but because she's like really hard, yeah, like it, and I don't mean that in a bad way, Scarlett. Like structured, I think like I really like how you look. It's more so a case of the bikini sort of look at the pro level. Is that going to be where you just outgrow it in the way of like your structure is bikini, but you're like really hard and jacked, which you're going to have to almost like downpose your physique in a sense.
If they've awarded
they've awarded it with a pro card. I think she deserves it. Like the way she's been, the way she's handled things. Like again, progression has been silly, and it's cool to see. Like I don't really get impressed by many bikini girls, but Scarlett I do, and she's a nice girl. Like she's a nice person. So yeah, that was that's that, and like it's cool to see. Obviously, she trains out of Ultraflex Derby. I'm pretty sure.
Ultraflex Derby getting all these pro cards.
I know, mental, isn't it?
Be me next. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Yeah, sure, man. I'm not laughing. I'm just saying, yeah.
You are laughing.
Yeah, no.
I'm asking what it's at.
Yeah, no. What's your thoughts, mate?
I think she looks great.
Yeah,
it's one of those like it's weird because she's small because she's just a petite person.
Yeah,
but obviously like. You don't need to be fucking massive for bikini.
No.
But like she doesn't look small.
She doesn't, yeah.
Like she is small, but like she looks absolutely jacked there.
Yeah, not there. Pretty cool. She looks small there, but like the photo. Yeah, she looks great.
But no, she's really good. So yeah, congrats. And then the final one, this was literally the weekend just gone, Liam Watson. So
2 shows, 2 overalls.
Yeah. Liam
22. Yeah. Meant to be.
Crazy.
2-2. Yeah.
Liam competed obviously at the what was it called? The Rossburn Classic? Emerald Classic. Emerald Classic in Northern Ireland, where I had 4 lads compete. This was 6 weeks ago. And he looked great then, but obviously he wasn't 100%. So like he won the overall there deservedly. Looked really, really good. And then he's definitely got quite a bit sharper in the 6 weeks that he's obviously not been on stage. And ended up winning his pro card, which was really fucking cool to see. Yeah, he does look great. There was 2 other guys that won a pro card, wasn't there? Oh, no, there was one other guy.
Yeah.
I saw the photo.
Yeah, there was a photo of both of them. It might be on like Bodybuilders and Borders.
Yeah, there was a photo of both of them.
Maybe click on tagged photos. Maybe.
I feel like it was that guy. Well, it can't have been.
No, that was in the class. Yeah, tagged. It was on tagged.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's these ones. So this guy looks, obviously Liam's not posing there.
Yeah.
But that guy looks very good. The other guy as well. It is him.
Yeah.
So 2 of them won the pro card, but Liam's legs are bigger than his.
Yeah, Liam's
just not posing.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, Liam's lovely. Like really, really nice guy. So like I was chuffed when I saw it. I was like, shit, I was at the other show. I was at the NBFI show when I saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liam is really, really good. And for your first season and your second show that you've ever done. It's almost like it's great, but I almost like think
that's a bit of a rush.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not a shame, obviously.
No,
but it almost is like it's like right now
you're going to get there. Yeah, you're going to get there anyway.
Yeah, but now you've not had that fun of being a really fucking good amateur for a couple of years. Yeah. Like, and he's still got a lot of room to improve. Like, he's really fucking good, and he was really good in person, but he's. Again, it's like anyone that gets a pro card, unless you're fucking elite, you're probably going to be
a good few years away
at the lower level of the pros for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's really good, and that wouldn't surprise me if in 2-3 years' time he's not at the lower level of pros.
Yeah,
Yemi competed as well.
Yeah,
came 4th. He looked great. I think there was a photo. Again, it'll be untagged, and he does look ridiculous. To be fair, like his waist is just stupidly small.
Yeah. There was a video that Bodybuilding and Borders, AJ Kelly put.
Yeah,
and the guys in the top 3, like above him, you could just see were like a lot harder through the rear, bigger as well. But like Yemi's shape, like no one's ever going to distribute the shape. It's something like very, very silly. No. Like it is very, very silly. But I think to be battling, like, because the classic lineup wasn't that.
I feel like there wasn't anyone have come on a lot.
Yeah, But the classic lineup wasn't that stacked. Like there wasn't any massive names really where people were like, "Oh, there's a front runner." There was a few people. There was a 22-year-old that people were hyping up, and stuff. I don't know where he placed, but the top three, other than above Yemi, they were just a lot like just bigger and denser from the rear. Like glutes, like Yemi's is the best he's looked from the rear by an absolute mile. But he like his midsection, his waist, everything's really, really good. So as a result, classic, sick. But I think to be battling at the top level with the top pros, he does still need more size.
I think it's going to be long though.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be long. Like the frame is there. Like the frame will always be there. Yeah, like it is very, very unique. So yeah, shout out Yemi, 4th place, best placing. He improved. I think he got 16th for his first show or something. Or is that where I don't know what it is, but I think it's once you pass 15, you don't place you.
Right.
So he didn't really place. I don't know. I think that's how it works. He might have placed, but he was like worse than 14th or 15th. So moved up 10 places or 12 places,
pretty good,
which is class. So another 10 places, mate. You'll beat the Olympia. Yeah, sick.
Right. So
I need to put my guys on Team Outfit.
We need to discuss first of all,
yes,
the BNBF. This was before. No, it was after your show with Jack
Murphy
was before. So we had the BNBF Midlands, which I went to because I didn't have a client in, which was actually quite nice. Reese had Jack. Who else was there? That was when the Natty Roo won the overall and best wheels.
Yeah,
We'd already gone home. So he beat Theo, and I didn't stay for the overall, and I thought Theo would win it just because I knew Theo was doing it, and Theo's massive.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fair play to the Natty Roo. I don't actually know the Natty Roo's name. Sorry, mate. I think it's Rupinder.
Oh, I was saying Ruben.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think it's I don't know. Yeah, it's Ruben. I think it's Rupinder because I'm sure they said Rupinder when they said he'd won. But yeah, he's really good. His quads are a joke. His readable bicep. I literally messaged AJ yesterday, what the fuck, because he put it on his story, and it was ridiculous, mate. Yeah. Stupidly complete. Butcher's Wet Dream said he was going to copy that. Yeah. So yeah, fair play. Really fucking good. Amazing beard as well. Yeah, incredible. Ridiculous. His beard is very
for a natty. That's ridiculous. I drug test him for the beard.
Yeah,
I don't care about the physique.
But it's good that
something's going wrong here.
Anyone else? Obviously, want to speak about Jack?
Yeah, Jack did really well. Most likely a 4th. They did place
he was 4th.
He was 4th. And I don't think he was miles off the top 3. He was just smaller than the other 3. But condition wise was great. The progress he's made, really good. His legs way better than I thought they would be, and his shape is class. He has a really small waist. He's got very nice insertions. It's just a case of he needs more muscle. So yeah, it was a great day for Jack. That was his only show of the season, but he handled himself really well. And it's one of those sort of things where when you get beat by people that are just structurally bigger than you and bigger guys, it's right. Well, you just need to get to growing. So. Yeah, that was Jack. That was on the 18th of last month, if I'm not mistaken. So a month ago today. Mental, that's gone really slow, but really quick. Yeah.
So then we had the BNBF Northern,
yes,
which was the 25th.
Yeah.
So I had Ocean. So we had a bit of a, as you can see, tanning malfunction, which basically means he put moisturizer on the morning of his tan. Which he obviously wasn't supposed to do. So basically the tan just didn't soak in properly. So he got it done at Nicola's, and Nicola was like, it's not soaking in. We're like, right, just hope for the best, it'll soak in. He didn't know then, he didn't say, and he didn't know it was an issue that he'd put moisturizer on. So he got home, sent me photos that evening, and it pretty much, most of it had come off from his clothes. Yeah. He was like, my t-shirt's fucked, it's got tan all over it. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's not soaked in. And he messaged me I think it's because I moisturized this morning. And I was like, yeah, that's definitely why. So anyway, the next day I set off quite early because we knew that we had tanning to sort out. Got there, he'd registered. Then we went outside. It was about 90 minutes. He was stood in the cold, and it was pretty cold. Kept spitting with rain as well. We were fuck, man, putting a hoodie over him. Did his tan. Ended up looking a bit like he had dream tan on, so it wasn't that bad. On stage, it actually looked really good. There,
see him there, yeah, he's shining.
It doesn't look bad. Yeah, you can zoom in. It didn't look too bad at all on stage. It actually looked.
How the fuck did that guy get a second beat?
No,
was he good? Or was that
he was good? He was big. He was big. He's not on his quads. He wasn't as lean as Ocean. Ocean was probably the leanest. Actually, he was the leanest. I was going to say he was the second leanest, but he was the leanest actually. He just got outsized by Divine and then these 2 German dudes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see there. Look, like you say, how did second beat him? He was just a lot bigger.
It looks awful.
Yeah, I think
it's
just
horrible.
No,
it's not
a couple of the poses, but Oshin was great.
Only his most muscular, but
Oshin honestly looked mint. I was really, really happy with how he looked. Like I was like, fucking hell, like mate, you look sick. He looked great. So yeah, it was a shame that he got fourth, but he was happy with fourth, and I was happy with fourth, especially with all the tanning issues. And like that's like really fucking good. Like
that's great.
He looks mint, doesn't he? He looks like a fucking trophy. I was like, mate, honestly, you look sick.
Looks like a trophy, just wasn't given one.
Oh no, he was given a trophy. He was. No, he looked great. I was really, really happy with how he looked. So then it was a week later that we went on to UKDFBA. So for this one,
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, yeah. He went into the juniors instead of the novice. And to be fair, the standard of this class was better. And he got fourth again, which he was really disappointed with because he was like, well, I'm against people my age, so I should be winning. But he was against some really good people his age, and he pushed Ryan really, really close. Ryan just had more muscle, more development through his lower body. But Oshin looked great again. I think he was actually a touch flatter, to be fair, than the BMBF, but he was also probably a touch sharper. But he looked great. And again, like he was actually really good, like proper good when he stepped off stage. And then we had a chat and he was really, really mature about it. And we were speaking about, mate, you don't need to be any leaner. You just need to be bigger. And obviously at the time we just said, we agreed on that. And then the next day we decided like, right, just go into off season. So really mature decision. And he's done a photo shoot and he looked fucking great. I
was going to get myself up.
I'm going to show you the photo he put on yesterday of his legs for the photo shoot. So yeah, he did a photo shoot yesterday and like really full. He's not as sharp, obviously, like through his glutes, but
good for
for stage, like he would look good. But he wouldn't be as sharp. He'd be full, but he just wouldn't be as sharp through the glutes and the hamstrings. But yeah, he's so far like absolutely nailing post show, like really, really well.
I should mention Jack is absolutely elite post show.
Yeah,
like it's very cool to see. So yeah, for me, in UKDFBA, I had Leon Bale. I think that's how you pronounce your name, mate. Leon unfortunately didn't place. I posted him. It was after the transformation. It was around. Yeah, it was after that. Let's see if we can find Leon. Leon, where are you at? There we are. So yeah, Leon didn't place unfortunately, but he looked really good. Just a case of again needing more size. Shape-wise is really good. Like
he was the same class as Oshin.
Yeah, he was the same class as Oshin. Like shape-wise, fantastic. Like tiny midsection, like really good. Like obliques and abs and stuff like that. Just a case of needing more from pretty much everywhere. Like it's one of those with juniors. And I was saying to Leon, like he came off stage afterwards and he apologized. And he was like, "I'm sorry, mate." And I was like, "You don't need to apologize. Like you look class. You should be. Yeah, you should be fucking winning the show, bro. What the fuck?" But no, he did really, really well. And again, he's handled things really well as well.
Came second.
Yeah, and I should mention the guy to the left who is back. Like go back on the photo. He was hitting the shots. So this dude here was hitting the shots that they were calling out,
and he was winning.
And so he did a rear double bicep. Everyone did a rear double bicep from the side.
It's not really a problem doing that.
No, but I've never seen it before. Like someone he turned around
in some federations, you actually have to do it.
Really? Oh, fair enough. So yeah, that was Leon. And then the following day was a fantastic day for myself because it was the NFM, the last of the penultimate NFM show. So I had an overall winner, and I also had a first place with Storm. He won Best Poser. I have zero clue how. I said to him his posing needs to improve and it still needs to be better. But he won his class. Only 2 people in his class, but he won that, which is great. And then with Amy, she won the whole pro show. She got 500 quid. Which is quite cool. I said to her, I was like, I'm coaching voice.
She's good. The girl that trains out of Ultraflex.
I honestly didn't think it was. They originally. So this was how it worked. She was in pro bikini, and she got moved up to trained bikini, or there was a bigger class. I think it was like something bikini. It was like a harder, denser bikini. So she was initially against Nia. So the girl to the left hand side of her in her class.
Right.
Yeah, so to the left-hand side of the photo, right-hand side for Amy. And they walked out, and I was like, because basically, like, Nia is like the poster girl for NFM. She's on every single poster, trains out of Ultraflex, Derby, and she is really good. And a few days before, I said, if they're in the same class and it's a smaller class, she reckons Nia could beat her. It depends on what they go for. And then they walked on stage, and it was quite clear that Amy was like a lot bigger, sharper. Like this photo doesn't really do her justice, but through the quad, she was a lot harder. And then they moved her up. And then, but by the time of the overall, I'd already seen Amy against Nia. So I started, because my knee's injured, I started hobbling backstage because I already knew she won the overall when she walked out. I looked at them for like 3 seconds. And then I said to Sana, I was like, Sana, I was all nervous. And I was like, no, she's won this. Like, it's quite obvious. So yeah, overall secured for Amy. Looked class. She's doing PCA Hull in a week and a half now, which will be good. She's even better already. But overall for Amy, that was like, or the overall for Amy, that was class. We weren't going in thinking that. It was more so just a case of getting some well-needed data prior to PCA, because that's the main goal. And then to collect 500 quid and do what she's done, look the way she's done. Sound. Happy days. So yeah.
This was the UKDFBA show that we just spoke about with Oshin and Leon. So I think these are not all the overall winners, are they? Maybe they are.
No, they are. I'm pretty sure.
All the overall winners. So Bert won the novice bodybuilding overall. That photo doesn't do him justice. He looked great.
He was huge.
Dante won the bodybuilding overall. Lucy Hilton, who is really good, won the figure novice overall.
Yeah.
Did this girl win the bikini and wellness? I think she was wellness, but I think she won the bikini. They do a bikini and wellness overall. I think she won the women's bodybuilding overall, and he won the men's physique overall. Stand out for the day. Dante was very, very good. So in terms of like the rest of that day, I had 3 other clients, and I was there. We didn't leave until 10 to 11.
I was asleep by the time that thing got home.
Yeah, it was late. So basically I had, I'll do Sonny last because he got right to the end. So I had, and to be fair, so did the girls. It was that late. They were both in quite late classes. So we had Rimini, who did her first figure show. This is her against first and second. So it's not really a fair representation, but she needs to be leaner. Like you can see mainly through the midsection, like through the lower body, like she's not really, I don't think Lucy's on her legs there, but she's not really much sort of, different in terms of like lower body conditioning. She just needs more muscle. And these are things we've spoken about. And she knows that. But again, she looks great. Yeah. She's got really good shape as Rimini. She's got a good amount of muscle, but when you put her up against these kind of girls, who are really good, and like Vita's won shows before, she's really experienced. Lucy
delts in comparison,
Lucy's delts are really good. Vita's midsection really good. Yeah. So it's just going to be a case of getting leaner into upcoming shows, and then long term, obviously, just growing. And with Rimini, she came to me in a pretty poor position. We had like 2 weeks to get in a healthier spot before a prep. So to do that, to do that and get in the spot that we have, has been managed well. So obviously she was a bit I wouldn't say she was upset, but nobody wants to not place. Bit disheartened, but now she's in a better headspace. And then we had Sanita, who did figure as well and didn't place because ultimately, the girls in figure that were the top 3 were generally not. Sanita's probably not what they look for within figure. She's probably a little bit too well muscled, maybe through some body parts, not all, but through some body parts, a little bit too lean. Her shape's not quite as good as, let's say, someone like Vita or Lucy. But for the physique class, she suited it really well. She came second to Ali, who's really, really good. But yeah, Sanita looks great. I
think she looks really good.
She's awesome.
I really like her physique.
Yeah,
I've always said, I think she
is really good. So again, you can see her shape. She's very well muscled. Look at her legs in comparison. Yeah. She is well muscled, and she still needs to be leaner through the glutes, and she needs to be more muscled through the glutes and the hamstrings, really. But that's fucking sick. She looks great. So yeah, that was Sanita, and then Sonny. So Sonny did bodybuilding and classic. He
was in the worst, the best, but
the worst, the best bodybuilding class I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous lineup.
Got absolutely done by me in the side chest, unfortunately. There, I'm actually stage lean there as
well.
Yeah. Okay. So this was the overall, and I put that one up because Sonny looks the best. But he wasn't, fair play, he wasn't the best in the overall. Dante was the best. Dan is really fucking good. But Sonny definitely held his own, especially through the front and the side shots. Through the rear shots, he definitely got beaten. But look at that, mate.
He's also the best looking.
Oh yeah,
he won
by a mile. Yeah, by a mile. I'm obsessed with him. Yeah. I really fancy.
I don't know. Dante's pretty good.
Dante is good. But Dan's not bad looking. Come on, don't be mean to Dan.
Yeah, no, but Dan's more of like a.
Dan just looks like a horse because he's got huge legs.
Ridiculous legs.
That was a compliment, by the way, Dan. If you're watching,
imagine me like you call me a horse. What the fuck?
Really falls out.
Oh, God.
But like, to be fair, you can see there, like Dan's really good. Like
Dan could have won the overall.
Dante got 4. I think it was 4-2 votes in the overall. Dante to Dan, but Dante from the back was definitely better. I think Dan poses really quite unique.
Rigidly, I think.
Yeah, he's quite unique. He poses like really wide with his legs when he hits his rear pose, and it looks great. He looks like a full-on X-frame, but I think it also takes away from the poses. He doesn't look like
he looks just like a very compact, dense bodybuilder in the side poses and that sort of stuff. Like Dante looks like he's a bit more a bit younger, like he flows a bit more.
I wish I'd have posted a little bit more about Sonny because there were some really good classic poses.
Yeah.
So that was that, and then we've got the pretty much like PCA, wrapping up to this weekend. So again, we're not going to go through every single category and everything. We're just kind of going to go through like our experience at the shows. So PCA, if you go through it and you go through your clients,
Storm and Cam.
And my clients, if you don't mind, because Reese was there for my clients because I was in Ireland.
Did the PCA post the reels?
They did, but they posted Sunita's, but it wasn't Sunita. It was the girl that came second.
Okay. So I was there. This was the best PCA show I've probably ever been to as a spectator that wasn't a British Finals or a Universe. By quite some distance. That
guy's really good looking.
Yeah, he is. He's so handsome. It was a really, really good show. Like really, really good standard. It's the week after. So this one.
I won't click on them all.
Yeah, we don't really need to click on any of them.
Click on this one. Tom Taylor's client.
Oh, it's Tom Taylor's client. I didn't know this.
Yeah, he won.
Oh, Henry. Yeah, I've seen this guy.
Yeah, he's good. Really good.
Yeah.
So he won first timers.
Yeah.
I thought he would have done next weekend.
I find that a bit weird how they do a first timers bodybuilding, but the first timers the following week.
Yeah.
Like
I thought they'd just do the first time shows, but either way, it's still cool. He looked good. Again, I wasn't there, so did you see this? Or
no, I didn't see this. No, I was pretty sure I was with Storm at this point.
Yeah, I think Storm was in
he was in novice.
He was in the next classes
after this, if I'm not mistaken. I went in just when juniors were on. Yeah, I saw Alex got his first place. So yeah, Alex won. That's 2 for 2 for Alex. I said to him afterwards, I'm surprised. I said him straight up, I'm surprised how you looked. And he was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, because you were shit natty and you're actually not
a shit natty.
I know. And he laughed and he was like, no, I was shit. And I was like, you weren't. And I said to him, you're not that shit.
Did you remind me about Butcher's Wet Dream beating him?
No, I didn't. I just said you weren't anything like, I said, structurally, I didn't think you were that good as a natty.
He wasn't bad as a natty. He's not like, I know what you mean. He's not genetically got elite shape and structure.
Yeah, but I think he has got very good shape and structure now. Like not amazing, but it's not bad. It's good. It's a lot better than I thought he looked natty.
For a junior, you go fucking hell.
Yeah, he's very complete for a junior. I would love to have seen him against Alessandro. I think that would have been a really good battle. I think
Alessandro quite easily.
I'd say through the lower. Yeah, I'd say through the upper Alessandro's. He's rounder. Alessandro's a bit bigger, but he's like that. That's a really nice shot. Like Alex looks class. Like midsection looks really good. Conditions
look good in second.
Yeah.
Ethan Kirk.
Yeah, no, he looks great too fair. Yeah, quads look really good. Quads look really nice.
Juniors.
Yeah, arms are a joke. Really cool. And then we move on to Storm. So this is my client Storm. Bit of a shame, like it's one of those sort of things with Storm where he was the youngest on stage by 7-8 years, and he looked it. He was
how old is he?
24. He was 23 at the start of the year. And Storm is a joke when it comes to like bubbliness and potential. And there's a lot of shots where I had him like first or second, but overall just graininess against the guys that were a little bit older. Like just a few things where he could just be better, and he does need to be leaner. Like that's definitely one thing that we're striving towards. We had back-to-back shows, so it was pretty challenging. And he seems, just because he's put on like 30 kilos in a year, he seems to drop like all fullness within like a day or two at baseline, and then he looks awful, like really, really bad. But so it's been a bit of a challenge trying to get him all the way in. And I thought it would be passable, but the standard of this novice class was really good.
Yeah.
And I think it was one of those where the main aim's British finals. I think I said to him at PCA British finals, he could easily be a British champ if he's all the way in. And he would have won this class, in my opinion, if he was all the way in.
This guy would.
But would that have sacrificed the visual, let's say, come finals? Probably so. So it's been a bit of a challenge, but Storm took it really well. It was his first show where he's up against like loads of people.
Like, nobody was like
amazing. But it was just a very good it was a very good standard of class, but there wasn't like a freak or anything. Storm was the biggest on stage, and he was in the first call out. They had him in the middle. They just moved him out, where I think he just had a few too many flaws in comparison to the people that were going for those top placings. But he looked class. He looked really, really good. Just needs to be a bit sharper, needs probably a bit more detail through certain areas, which could be conditioned, but also his maturity. When you put on like pretty much close to 30 kilos in a year, it's hard to let that muscle stick when it's not like fully matured yet, and you're on against people who are 10 years older than you. So yeah, more to come from Storm. We've got a few weeks now.
Sorry,
yeah, we've got a few weeks now to his next show, and then we should be all good. So
I was going to say the classic class was huge.
Classic class. This was 15
people. They reeled up to 8th place. So.
I think we've ever seen that. No. I think that's a PCA PR. When they walked out, like the presenter, like the microphone guy, he was like, no. And I was like, okay, sure, he's going to stop. But he was like, Steve, James, Reese, Ryan, Josh, son. And I was like, he's still going. I was like, how many people is this? I've never heard him say this many. So yeah, there's 15 people in this lineup. I'm pretty sure there was 15 actually in my PCA men's physique. Finals.
That was busy. Yeah.
I remember being right on the edge.
What was funny, wasn't it? Weren't you and Axel like the first two?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Or you were very close. Yeah, like you walked out and it was like fucking hell, and then I was like, no one else is anywhere near. Yeah. It was literally you and Axel. It was like yeah.
But yeah, this was to be fair one of those.
Actually, that guy that came first. Sure.
Yeah, AMS. Yeah, he should have won. He was best in the rear when me and Axel weren't in post. Look at my back. I had the best back on stage. So yeah.
Anyway, this is Mark. Yeah. So earlier I said Ali is really good, who's beat Sanita. That's Mark's wife. Mark's really good. Mark is British champion in 2022 in UKDFBA Classic. Really fucking good. These shows are not his main shows. Like he's still getting closer and closer, and he's getting leaner and leaner as he goes through. So it'll be cool to see how he looks sort of come the main shows is pretty soon, end of the season. So Sonny came 7th, so he beat Mark, which was a big win because Mark's natty as well. Sonny did get beat by a natty though, which is not good enough, mate.
Josh Jenkins.
No, he's not natty. So Sonny looks ridiculous, really nice, really he is really classic. Him against Matt is going to be really cool.
Yeah,
I want him and Matt 1 and 2 at UKDFBA finals. So if either of you watching this, then that's the goal. So yeah, really good. Obviously I wasn't there, which is a shame, but I did have
messaging you.
I had 4 people at another show. Reese was sending me. Luckily, it worked out well time wise because the show hadn't even started at NBFI, so I was literally stood outside messaging you. And
giving you updates.
So when I think you said first call outs, and I was like, whereabouts? And I was thinking hopefully top 5. I would be really happy. And then you were like 6th or 7th, and I was like, fuck, that's shit. But it's not shit. 7th as a natty in an untested show in a class of 13 really good guys, we'll take it.
Remember this guy?
I do remember this guy, Kalim. Kalim, I think it's Kalim Santos. Really nice guy. Spoke to him probably 2-3 years ago at Ultraflex, didn't we? Really nice guy. Annoyed that he beat Sonny though. Then we've got Jamie. I don't know who Jamie is. Do you know Jamie?
No, I don't know.
This is the other natty. So his name.
You mentioned that. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know who this is.
He's peeled, to be fair. So this is the guy. His girlfriend won. His girlfriend Chelsea won the overall figure. She's really good. She was against Sanita. Yeah, she was against Sanita. Sanita messaged me backstage WNBF Fit Body Pros here, and I just put, "Is it Chelsea?" She put, "Yeah."
Jesus Christ! Yeah,
game
Christmas
over. You've lost. So gave Sanita loads of confidence before.
Great coaching that.
But no, she knows. And this guy's absolutely peeled. Really, really good. Is he as classic as Sonny?
No,
probably not. But he's still really, really good.
Peeled. Yeah, he's hard as well. PCA love that sort of look.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah.
This guy I thought was going to win based on the photos that you sent over. It was all I just had all the classes, so I couldn't really see much.
This guy is called Christopher Coles.
He looks very classic.
He was a joke. His tan was not good. And I honestly had him first after the first round. And they were moving Josh and the winner around. And I honestly thought this guy was going to win because he was the biggest. It was just a bit of condition. Sharp, though, he wasn't as sharp as Josh, but the photos up, he put up, I saw he followed me.
From the front, he looks mint.
And I followed him back or whatever. And when they show a post that they had a day or two ago, and I saw it today, and the photos he uploaded, he literally looks there was comments being how have you not won this? Because in certain poses, he looked by far the best. And if he was 5% better, I think he could easily have won. And then we have Josh. Josh looked great, really, really good.
Very full, wasn't he?
Yeah, really, really full. I think it was one of those with Josh where if you compare pose for pose, I don't really think he won many against the guy beforehand. He was just sharper and he was a lot more detailed through the lower. But again, like really balanced physique. Like he made a lot of progress and he looked class. Like he looked really, really good. He came up to me afterwards and he was like, "What do you reckon?" And I was like, "Mate, you look great." Like,
yeah, he does look good, really good.
Yeah, I think he was better than what he looked like a few weeks back, which is cool to see. But to be fair, upon review, the guy that won was like lights out. Like it was one of those sort of things. My physique wasn't. His physique wasn't drawn. I wasn't drawn to him. The winner.
Josh looks pretty good in classic, to be fair.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, but the winner was like basically a mixture of Josh and Chris.
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but for some reason, I wasn't drawn to him initially. I don't know what it was. I honestly
he
had
looks like
Chris,
a bodybuilder.
Yeah, I had Chris winning, and then I was like, oh no, he had a few flaws and stuff like that. And I think they just prefer Josh's look.
This guy's sick.
Yeah, this guy's ridiculous. He was immense. But I wouldn't look at him and think immediately classic. I just look at him and think like, if he was through bodybuilding,
you wouldn't think, oh, I should do classic.
Yeah, if he didn't pose as well as he does.
No, he's really good.
Yeah, he's class. Like really, really good. And
was I think that like the class of the day?
Yeah, definitely. Well, class of the day when it comes to quality, but I also think it was more so like quantity and quality. There wasn't really like, in my opinion, this guy was really good, but second, third, fourth, and fifth were all quite like you couldn't really. If let's say third had finished second, or if let's
I think
say,
even up to mark.
Yeah,
from
that's
like I'd say from fourth to eighth.
Yeah,
I think the top three were the top three.
Yeah,
I think from fourth to eighth, it looked quite close.
And it was like one of those where it was like there wasn't anyone who was like, usually you see like, okay, he's one, he's second, he's third. I was like, this could go anyway. Like it would have been, I wouldn't have known.
Shout out to Marty. He's the owner of South Coast Powerhouse.
Oh, I've seen
proper
this
nice
guy.
guy.
I didn't know this was him.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He
judges at Fitex.
Judges at Fitex. He's always been really nice. Whenever like I've spoken to him, or whenever I've had clients at his gym, he's like given me advice or given like them advice. They've reflected it to me. Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy. So good to see him take a win in Classic Tall.
Move on to physique really now.
Was there anything else to know?
Oh yeah, shout out Andrew, the guy that you're on now, Andrew Hawken. I'll say his exact words. Came up to me backstage and he was like, "Reece, can you take some pics of me, just so I can send them to my coach? I'm on for the overall later." And I was like, "Sit man, you look great." I was like, "How was the class?" And he was like, "Shit, I just come here to the overall really." He was like, "I won it last year."
He won the overall last year.
I think he won the overall. He said, or he won. No, I don't know if he won the overall, but he said he won the class last year. He said he's done the class like the show like a few years on the trot.
This guy won the overall, right?
Yeah, it was funny. He was walking around backstage just with like his top on and no pants, and he was like just walking around with like his legs out. Like you know how like just an oversized tee.
His cock?
No, I didn't see his cock. Will, if you want to send us a dick pic, please to confirm that'd be great. I kept looking at your legs, thinking, I wonder if he's wearing pants.
I hope he's not.
Yeah, I hope he's not. But yeah, he looked great. He was in like a real good mood all day. To be fair, like he was like bouncing off the walls, which is quite nice to see. There's nothing worse than seeing like that nervous energy and someone being like battered or whatever. You could see he was just in a good mood. And like, he looks really good. So yeah, great stuff there.
This is Chelsea.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out Sunita because
shout out Oz as well.
Oh, they have changed the name. So they've not put Sunita's on here, which is annoying. So, but they've put third. Oh, they just didn't put hers on. So yeah, anyway, Sunita was in that class and came fourth after her.
Yeah.
Shout out to Loz. She came fifth in toned figure.
Yeah.
I think she's got a bit of a break now because she's done 3 weekends in a row. Where's Lucy? I'm pretty sure Lucy came second. Maybe it's just not on here. Lucy Hilton, again, who we spoke about at the UKDFBA, I'm sure she came second in that class. She's having a very good season, to be fair. This is Chelsea, who I was saying is really good. So she's already a Fit Body Pro in WNBF, coached by Steph Noble. I think it's called Pro Prep Coaching.
Pro Prep.
Pro Prep.
Not Pro Prep.
Yeah.
Please say Pro Preps. Prep maker.
I have a prep though. I wouldn't mind a prep. Should we stop this podcast?
Go for preps.
Get some preps. So yeah, Chelsea's great.
She looks class.
I'm assuming she's doing the WNBF Pro Show in 3 weeks' time. I think she will be. So best of luck for that. But yeah, she's really fucking good.
If she was like 10% softer, she looks like she'd be immaculate for like toned figure.
Yeah,
like,
she's very
sharp, but she looks like if she was like 10% softer, she'd like win every single toned figure class. She looks very toned figure, but she's just a lot harder.
Yeah,
which is cool. So yeah.
Stat class
it was because the standard was really good. The most comments, as always, the most comments and likes, like
55.
Always get his engagement.
It's his hair
from farming and
how he has his hair.
So Cam, this is my client. Another first place. Granted, there wasn't anybody in the class.
1 out of 1.
But at the same time, he looked great. Like, he looked really good. We had 6 days to prepare for this. His main show was PCA Korea, which is in 3 weeks from last weekend, or this weekend just gone. So we jumped in a little bit early, which was cool. He came in pretty quick. Like, Cam looks great. Like, his body works so fast, which is really, really cool. And obviously Cam's a natty, like, so he's a natty junior. And he is just, it's one of those sort of physiques where, like, he's very hard to beat as a natural junior. Like, with how he holds himself, how he's built, how things are, he's very, very good. So yeah, it was really cool to see. Obviously, the main aim after that was to see how he did in the overall, and genuinely, like, he did not come that far off, in my opinion. The guys that won the overall were obviously enhanced. The guy that won has that, like, kind of like just general sort of pop that Cam doesn't have. But I honestly had Cam first in a few poses, and like through the midsection and through how Cam looks in general, his flow, he's just very aesthetically pleasing.
The overall, right?
Yeah. So this guy won the overall. I honestly didn't think this guy was going to win the overall. I thought it was going to be the short winner, but the short winner couldn't pose at all, really. He hit his back shot 3 times with his arms just like this. Like, his back double bicep was this. He hit his front shot, but from the back, pretty much. But this guy posed really well, really, really nice, round and full, and hard through the midsection.
Who was the short winner?
It's after this. That was the Masters, so a junior Masters, and then you'll see him.
Right, shout out to Charlie. This is Josh Croggan's client, and he's a natty, and he's fucking mint.
He's a natty,
yeah, really mate. He's really good. I'm pretty sure he's already a WNBF pro. He is. He's mate, he's mint. So yeah, he's already a WNBF pro, and just obviously jumped into this show. I think, again, main show is in 3 weeks, but mate, he's so good. He's got so much muscle. Yeah. So yeah, fair play to Charlie and to Josh as well, because I know I don't think he's been coached before, and then he went to Josh this year.
Go on to this one. So this dude, this again, like, from the front, he's not amazing, but this shot that he did here, very, very nice. Like, that's a very nice shot. He was
blocky waist.
Yeah, he did have a blocky waist, but when he poses well, he hit it quite well. And like, in the class on his own, he was really impressive. It's just he got beat by people that were a bit more men's physique. But yeah, he looked really good. And then I don't know why they didn't post him clearly. Well, they might have, but that's weird. That's really strange.
This is Josh's other client who. Yeah. I'm sure he's natty. He's natty. Jake Morgan, again, very good. A lot of muscle for a natty. These guys wouldn't look out of place in bodybuilding for like natty competitors. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not.
They're both pretty big and look really good.
Yeah,
I think Jake's next show is maybe the UKDFBA.
Yeah,
I imagine, which is like 18 days, something like that. But yeah, he's really good. Got beat by
third.
Oh, Jake came fourth. I thought Jake was in the top 3.
No,
he was really good.
Yeah, that's class. So
this must have been a good class.
Yeah, Danny won that.
Everyman Dan. Big fan of the podcast. Shout out. He'll be buzzing that he's on there.
He will be right.
Shout out Dan.
Yeah, he looked great. They're really, really good. No carb up apparently for this. Like, no peak really. I think his main show is 2 bros.
Yeah, he is good.
He is class. Like, really hard through the rear. He won this class, in my opinion, through like just the detail in the midsection.
Posing as well is really nice.
Yeah, and just general hardness through the rear shot. I don't think they posted the guy that finished second, but he was nowhere near as hard as him. So basically, mate, probably the no carb at worked because you were really, really tight and hard. So yeah, and then we have. What's this? It's like figure and stuff. Or
we've got the female classes.
The bikini athletes. I sat next to Dan Welburn and chatted to him for about half an hour, and that was his client down there who did her own tan, and he was literally like, he was like, I'm never letting her do her own tan. He was like, she's so pale. But yeah, that was me and Dan literally watched a few of the female classes together.
Has been competed again.
Who's that?
Joe Jeffrey's
wife. Yeah.
I feel like she competes at most PCA shows. I feel like I always see her on these reels.
Because her fatigue's managed so well by Sarah Jeffrey.
Exactly.
She can just do every week. Fatigue doesn't
never
exist.
stop.
Because she doesn't exist, but like, she manages the fatigue so well. And then we have the interviews. So
Alex looks nice and lean there. Yeah. So it's like peak off season stuff like that. Where's the? Here it is.
Oh, they got the overall. Is that the pose down? The one on Cam? I hadn't seen that. Yeah, even that they choose him as the cover. They know what they're doing. So for some reason, I thought that dude there was going to win the overall. The one in the white shorts. I thought he was really good. But like, look at Cam in comparison to Dan, like through the rip.
Yeah,
see, I mean, like he's holding his own, and he really wasn't far off. I honestly had a weird thought that they were going to call him out.
That would be cool.
That it would have been class. Yeah, I honestly think like he wasn't miles off
with Jerome, even though I knew he wasn't going to win it. I was like, you never know.
No. With that, it's not. I didn't know he was going to win it. I actually was like, wouldn't surprise me. I was sat in the crowd, and a few people turned around and said, "There's a chance," you know, because I was like saying, "Nah, the two black guys are ridiculous." I was like, "They're going to win it," and then like a few guys turned around and goes, "I actually think he could have this." Like just because he was balanced and
really good standard show.
Yeah, really, really good. So yeah, best PCA show I've been to. That wasn't like I said, the finals or universe in like ever, really. So yeah, don't know if you guys can see it. We're looking really dark.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll wrap it up now nearly. Yeah. So just to wrap it up, because this was the final show we had to chat about the NBFI. So I went over to Ireland on Saturday morning for the NBFI show, and basically got there like 4 p.m. ish Saturday, got into my Airbnb, got the boys to come round. So Jerome came round first, had a look at him, was happy. Then Matt came round, was really happy with how Matt looked. And then Donal and Finn came round in the morning. This was sunny before.
Finn? Who's that?
The Hammer.
The Hammer.
The Hammer.
The Hammer.
The Hammer. Call me the Hammer. That's what he says when he goes on stage. Before he gets called out, he's not Finn Healy, he's the Hammer. He has like an alter ego.
Yeah.
This was Matt in the morning. This wasn't at mine. He just sent me these, but yeah, he was fucking really good. So this was the Hammer. And he won. He was the teen champ. And to be fair, Ryan, I'm pretty sure his name was pretty good. Yeah. Like
it's like a 16-year-old Josh Campbell on the right there.
He is 16.
Is he? Yeah. Looks like 16-year-old Josh Campbell.
He was 16.
You know, with the hair and just like his physique. Like that's if Josh competed when he was training in lockdown.
But the Hammer, he just overpowered him with his hammering abilities, and he needs to be leaner. And
he hammered the win home.
Told him he needs to be leaner. I've told him he's not having any calories between now and the UKDFBA. That's a joke, but he does need to be leaner. Then Matt. So that was the first class of the day. Finn won. Second class of the day, Matt won. So I was like, 2 for 2. And to be fair, I kind of knew they'd both win.
Yeah.
It was like the other guys, Matt in Classic, that was like, we'll see Jerome later on. So Matt won. Really, really good. Then Donal won, which was probably my proudest win out of the day because it was a class of 13 and they were good. Like Greg placed in, the BMBF Midlands that we were at. I think Greg placed 5th in that.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was a really good class. Yeah. He placed 5th again. But yeah, there were some really good guys. This guy was really good.
Yeah.
He just like that pose, to be fair, is sick. Donal looks mint. But yeah, Donal was just probably a bit fuller and a bit sharper than everyone else.
I always find, like it's the same as, we joke about like Cam at PCA Naturals. When you get a win with somebody who's like, they're good, but they win based off condition and fullness.
Yeah,
and
that's why I was happiest with it.
Like, it's like, you feel like the best out of that because you're like sick. Like, it's not like you win.
I nailed that.
As a collective, you just know when you're like,
obviously, like Matt, I nailed it with Matt, but Matt's really fucking good genetically.
20% off and he'd still
probably won that class. Finn is 20% off and he still won.
Well, mate, if he's not having 0 calories, he's probably more than 20%.
He's getting on 0 calories. Then I didn't put Matt's classic win on. Matt won classic as well.
So 4 for 4.
So 4 for 4 by this point. And then Matt won the overall.
So 5 for 5.
No, not yet. 1, 2. I was 3 for 3 after Matt winning classic.
Yeah.
I don't think I put it up.
Donal was 4. Yeah, it was 4.
No, because it was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, then Matt won classics.
Then Matt won classics. That was 4 for 4.
Yeah, 4 for 4.
Then Matt won the overall. Here he is winning classic.
Yeah.
And that was a good clash, Like the top 3 especially were good. Matt won classic. That's Matt's post, not mine. And then Matt won the overall. And then Jerome won physique. And at that point, that's when I was like, fucking hell, this is good. Like I knew Matt would win juniors and I knew Finn would win the teams. Donal, I was absolutely buzzing about. Then Matt winning classic, I was like, I kind of expected that. I'd already messaged Matt saying like, I want you to win the overall. Like no disrespect to Finn or to Donal, but like when I saw Matt, I was like, I think he's got an overall winning physique.
Yeah.
Like, so after Matt won juniors, I was like, head down, we've got an overall to win. And then he messaged me like, I don't care about the overall. And I was like, I fucking care about the overall. Like, I want you to win it. Jerome won in a class of, I think, about 10. and it was actually a really good class. I put a photo up, which is ridiculous, of him on the stairs.
Yeah,
were just fucking stupid. So I was getting all of them. Honestly, I was getting them all to pose here, just before going on to like give him confidence. And like, I showed him that, and I was like, mate, what the fuck? This was my 3 boys in the overall. I think there was like 7 people in the overall, and 3 of them were mine, which was really cool. So I literally, as soon as the pose down started, I just shouted them all. I was like, get together. So that was like, again, a really proud moment, and just really fucking cool. This was Matt winning the overall, which is now my it's my screensaver, as you can see.
Don't fancy the photos of me and you in a wheelchair. I mean, a wheelchair. You don't fancy that?
No, I don't fancy that. This is me winning the most muscular pose. And that's me with my boys. So yeah, great day. Really fucking good day, to be fair. That's the photo I put up of him winning the overall. Yeah, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah. Matt, like, to be fair, he did have the standout physique on the day. Donald pushed him in the overall. There was a couple of other guys. There was a Masters guy, really good. But Donald did look fucking mint in the overall. Yeah. This was a reel that Donald put on. This was the Masters guy just next to him here. You can't really see him, but he was really impressive. But like, I was buzzing when they were doing this. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Like a proper proud moment. And like I say, it wasn't just, like I said it on my story, it wasn't just one of those shows where like there was like 2 in each class and all my guys won. Like it was literally like 7, 11, 13, 14, 10, something like that. It was like, and again, like, yeah, you know, a lot of the other people weren't amazing, but they weren't bad. You know, you're not looking at these going, everyone else is really out of shape. No. But yeah, it was just a really cool day. So yeah, I think that's everything, mate.
Sound? Cool. Right. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed.
Sorry, it's really dark. We'll put the light on for the next video.
Yeah, this is incredibly dark. Right. Bye-bye. See you later.